Hello and welcome back to the Engerati studio. We are here at European Utility Week and I am joined today by Abhishek and John from AutoGrid. Welcome.
Thank you, Sophie.
How are you guys doing? How's the show going?
The show has been amazing so far. Our booth has been jammed for 3 days with customers, partners, press, and analysts wanting to hear about our solutions.
Okay, fantastic. So just to provide a little context for the audience, what are your roles at AutoGrid? And tell us a little bit about AutoGrid, because I understand you guys have been open for about 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years now.
Yeah, please go ahead. Okay, so just a bit about AutoGrid. We are a company based in the Silicon Valley. We provide cloud-based solutions for energy companies to better manage their flexible assets, to engage their customers better, and to make better use of their assets in terms of grid operations. My name is Abhishek. I head up the European operations for AutoGrid. I relocated back to Europe from our headquarters in the Silicon Valley roughly a year ago. We already have a bunch of customers in Europe and we are seeing a lot of interest at this conference, and we are excited to be here.
So my name is John McLean. I'm Director of Product Marketing. And just to add to what Abhishek had said about our technology, what people have really been excited about is our predictive controls technology that's behind the solutions, and giving utilities the ability to manage flexible resources at scale and in real time using our cloud-based solutions.
Okay, so I imagine you're basing your product around the shift in utilities, and I kind of want to discuss that a little bit more. What do you feel is driving this shift?
I can take that. Yeah. So I think there are three fundamental trends that are affecting the utility industry. First is there's a lot more decentral generation. A lot of people are generating their own electricity through solar. So this is necessity. This is causing the utilities to basically rethink their business model. Are they selling kilowatt hours or are they selling something else? So I think this would be the first strong trend. The second would be there's more competition in the industry. So you need the utilities need to engage their customers in a much better way, really understand their customers better, sell them new products and services, not just electrons. And I think the third key trend would be there's a lot more data that's being generated in this whole value chain. Every thermostat is connected, it's an IP address, is generating data. Every smart lighting is connected to the internet, is generating data. There's sensors coming onto the grid. So there's a lot more data being generated by this whole electrical ecosystem. There's a lot of challenges in just being able to handle this data, but there are also a lot of opportunities for the companies, the utilities that can make better use of this data and improve their operations. So I think these are the three key trends, shift in the business model, need for better customer engagement, and a lot more data being generated by the energy Internet of Things. And this is where fundamentally AutoGrid is leveraging the predictive controls technology to partner with our utility customers and help them be successful in this new and fast changing world.
So let's just talk a little bit about distributed generation. And I suppose we mentioned earlier when we were discussing earlier about flexible asset management. How do we turn these challenges into opportunities?
I'll take that.
Sure.
Yeah, so what we've seen when utilities come to us is they're not saying, hey AutoGrid, we think that demand response is going to solve all my problems, or we think wind is going to solve my problems. What they're saying is they want a flexible portfolio of lots of different resources so that they can turn to smart lighting or demand response on electric vehicles or solar panels that are located in residential neighborhoods or on people's houses. And really being able to manage that kind of flexibility and lots of different resources and do it in real time and at scale is what's going to differentiate the winners from the losers. And I think it's more than just surviving in the new energy economy. We want to give utilities tools to thrive in the new energy economy. Anything to add to that?
I think that's pretty much it. So we went live with a very, let's say, interesting solution, which is serving the flexibility needs in the Netherlands. Netherlands has a huge penetration of renewables, especially wind. So we are very excited about that project, which just went live next month in Europe, and it's really applicable, to the overall European landscape and markets.
Yeah, we've seen really explosive growth in the United States and in Europe in the last year especially. We're hiring and getting new customers just as fast as we can handle them. And so we're excited to have this use case in the Netherlands. Is a great large 100 megawatts scalable up to that, right?
Yeah, it's going to scale a lot more.
So this project that can scale up to 100 megawatts of flexible capacity for the Dutch balancing market. Plus, we also like that it's used to help utilities integrate more wind power. So we're doing our part to help the environment as well.
Oh, great. So, Internet of Things is a key topic. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking about the connected devices, and and how there's just obviously a surge in connected devices and how people are handling that. So obviously, it's creating challenges, and you guys are here to provide solutions. So how can these challenges, be turned into opportunities?
Yeah. So when utilities, like I said, so we have a lot of utilities that come to us, and we talk to them about the emerging energy Internet of Things. And what they want to do is be able to more efficiently balance supply and demand, and the energy Internet of Things allows them to do that. So they can use our solutions to create a living portrait of the grid and understand at a very granular level where power is available and where power is being consumed. And then they can deploy all these devices, everything from wind, solar, demand response, connected thermostats, smart lighting. They can use that to have an efficient match for supply and demand on the grid. And AutoGrid is uniquely able to help them do that.
Okay, fantastic. So you're telling me a little bit earlier about your new project.
Yeah.
Eneco, is that right?
Exactly.
And this is a new customer of yours. Tell me a little bit more about that project.
Sure. You wanna take that?
Sure.
All right. Yeah, we're really excited to talk about it, but they're Abhishek's customer, so I'll let him talk about it.
So Eneco has a unique, let's say, challenge. They're very sustainable oriented, very sustainable mindset. They have one of the largest portfolio of wind production. So they are, so I think the unique challenge is to be able to balance this intermittent wind production. And what we partnered with them is to develop and deploy a virtual power plant solution, where we are aggregating different CHPs, combined heat and power plants, which are owned by Eneco's customers, into one virtual power plant, and being able to use that virtual power plant to help Eneco bid into the real-time flexibility markets. So this solution really leverages the predictive control technology that John talked about. We are able to control these CHPs in near real time and optimize the value of these CHPs for Eneco, and in turn help Eneco integrate a large amount of wind into the Dutch markets.
So, what's your next big step with Eneco? What can we?
So the next step would be to really put more megawatts onto the system. It's proven. So put more megawatts into the system, and then put more kind of flexible assets that we were talking about onto the same system. Add more industrial and commercial demand response, potentially, curtailment of wind under certain situations, so I think that's the next big step with this solution for Eneco.
Okay. Yeah. And what can we expect to see from AutoGrid as a whole in the future? What can we expect to see from you guys?
So I think we can expect to see continued global growth in Asia and North America and in Europe. And I think you can see us expanding our flexibility management solutions to more and more use cases and to larger and larger scales, so that we'll be working with utilities and giving them the ability to connect to millions of devices across the grid. Anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much it. We are seeing a lot of, let's say, pull from Europe. A lot of inbound requests are coming to us, about how we can partner with different energy providers. So we are looking, me personally, I'm looking to expand the team in Europe, to help and work closely with more utility customers. And expect a lot more successful projects and announcements from us next year.
I think a lot of the folks we met with here, folks at all different levels of the utility value chain, they were very aligned with AutoGrid's vision of the world and where the industry is headed, and that was great for us, right? To be in our booth and have so many people come to talk to us and express interest, not just in our solutions, but also in our view of industry trends and where things are headed.
Okay, great. And And one thing I like to kind of summarise our conversation and discussion, and I've asked a lot of my interviews over the last 3 days, and it's quite a broad one, but hopefully it will pinpoint what you guys are about. What piece of advice would you give to utilities to take away from these last 3 days? What was your key focus? What would you advise them?
Embrace the concept of flexibility management as a real opportunity to adapt to the new energy economy. So really consider the way that you can best incorporate all of the various power sources that we have across the grid, and how those can help you work more efficiently, increase and improve your engagement with your customers, reduce costs, and launch new business initiatives.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think the industry is changing, so embrace the change. People who move fast will thrive. People who don't move so fast may not exist in a few years.
Yep.
We'll get left behind. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Please do visit Engerati.com for further interviews. They will be up on the website today. Please check it out. Thank you.